What is up? It's your boy viciousfolife back with some more Madden 24 news and updates. They released a gameplay deep dive dev note. We're going to dive into it and see what's cracking with Madden 24. As we are on here, hey Madden fans, welcome back to Gridiron Notes. Today our developers from our gameplay team are diving into all the new features that we are coming to our core gameplay system for all the systems that Madden is coming on, including the brand new Sapien technology and foundational football and Madden NFL 24. We have a gameplay deep dive video. I'm going to go ahead and play that video. We're going to react to it, and I will be doing full screen this time.
The goal for gameplay in Madden NFL 24 is to provide players with more control and realism through improvements to the field sense gameplay system, a completely redesigned character skeleton that we're calling Sapien, and enhancements to key areas of foundational football. As part of Madden 24's field sense improvements, Hit Everything 2.0 introduces new contested tackle types to provide more control and variety on defense. In Madden 23, the mid-air tackling system changed the way players defended the passing game. Those were limited to tackling receivers who were leaping for the ball. In Madden 24, that system expands to all contested catches, so you can now make plays on curls, slants, and crossers much more effectively, and you can hit receivers coming across the middle. All of these improvements increase your control and ability to defend the passing.
That's when I play defense. I like what I see here.
Tackle types like scoop tackles, low wrap tackles, mismatch tackles pay off the size, momentum, and matchup of every tackle. On the other side of the ball, improvements to skill-based passing introduces upgrades to make both throwing and catching smoother. Receivers will now maintain their speed and momentum when catching, no matter where you place the pass.
That's that boy
Tyree. More control to get loose and turn upfield. And new jump, dive, and no-look pass animations have been added for quarterbacks who often improvise to manufacture a clear passing lane. Madden 24's new character skeleton, Sapien, has been completely rebuilt from the ground up, resulting in more realistic animations that better simulate athletic performance. On the previous skeleton in Madden 23, player limbs and joints weren't always accurately represented. You can see here some of the new ways that Sapien in Madden 24
you see it makes them look better, like more proportionate and realistic on the field.
From players with a unique combination of size and athleticism,
wait for someone to say, it looks the same as last year though.
Sapien transforms the way players look, move, and perform on the virtual gridiron. With Sapien, animations have higher fidelity and are more fluid, making the player movement more true to life for smoother gameplay in Madden 24. Sapien also unlocks our ability to respond to community feedback.
Guess what?
Referees back to the field.
Refs back.
And it's optimized for
male and
female characters.
Let's go.
Enhancements to foundational football in key aspects of gameplay increase the authenticity of every play. First up is blocking. In Madden 23, blockers sometimes miss
how many times have y'all dealt with this?
In Madden 24, a new blocking system makes open field blocking AI smarter and more decisive, and in turn makes it easier for ball carriers to react to blocks. We're also expanding field sense animation branching technology to blocking, which allows the AI to branch in and out of
seeing that open field blocking right there. You got two people.
Chip block and push the pile. We've added new run concepts like pin and pull and toss crack with dynamic pre-snap targeting and pull block assignments. All of these improvements will open up more space for the run game in Madden 24. Enhancements to the ball carrier pathfinding and AI behavior include the implementation of Frostbite navigation grid capabilities for the first time.
Look at it.
The result is a better assessment of the playing field and defensive threats by ball carrier AI, and more appropriate movement through the chaos of a play.
So this ain't like the AI running backs are going to run better now. As a result of improved
traits that intelligently determine how quarterback AI performs, each QB represents a unique defensive challenge.
Franchise people are offline gamers right here.
Conservative quarterbacks will check down more often. Ideal decision makers know exactly when to sling in a tight window throw, and aggressive signal callers come with high risk, high reward. Mobile quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson are also able to use ball carrier pathfinding and are more dynamic to play against as a result. In addition, AI quarterbacks can better execute the quick passing game, call hot routes, audible at the line, and are smarter and more challenging to play against overall. New read steps and crossover footwork allow DBs to see the ball and make plays more authentically. And now defenders need to be able to see the ball in order to make a play on it. As a result, slant routes and crossing routes will have a higher chance of breakups or interceptions, and defenders can utilize new animations to make more plays on high balls. Fumble recoveries are more realistic with new animations like crowded pileups and scoop and scores. And onside kicks are more authentic with the addition of new ball physics. With over 70 new offensive formations, new pass and run plays that take into account a team's identity, and over 500 new plays, there's more play calling variety in Madden 24. New team-specific formations take into account real-life personnel alignments that allow for unique matchups, letting you be more creative when play calling. Improvements to Madden 24's post-play engine gives NFL stars more true-to-life reactions after every play. Contextually appropriate reactions with more celebrations and frustrations make your teammates more dynamic and boosts immersion. Madden NFL 24 was designed to provide players with more control, more realism, and more confidence on the field. And we can't wait for you to get your hands on it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, you'll probably notice I was a little bit quiet during that video. I am playing the Madden 24 beta. Definitely a lot of stuff in that beta that comes to life in that trailer. And as you know, I can't post my thoughts and preps or whatever on the beta. So, but that being said, whatever this article kind of talks about, I'll talk about within that context. Obviously not gonna go from too deep into it, but you know, whatever I do like I can lightly impact on, I'll try and do my best with. Anyway, so after that video, they kind of go into the deep dive. They talk about field sense. Last season, responsible players to the added control that field sense delivered and gameplay was extremely positive. Our team continued to focus on our core player in Madden 24, especially in free key areas. Enhanced realism with the next evolution of field sense. Smarter AI with dozen improvements to foundational football, especially in opposing QBs, run blocking, and pass coverage. Deeper immersive through the introduction of a new sapient technology upgrades to game day emotion. So the first thing it goes off with is Hit Everything 2.0, catch tackles. Expanding on our mid-air catch tackle system from Madden NFL 23, we now can branch to swats, catch tackles, and hit sticks in all contested catch situations, not just jumping catches. Players now have the more control to defend curl routes, slants, and streaks with a variety of realistic outcomes. We've included new animations to complement and make interactions between receivers and defenders look and feel more authentic. The video I just showed you pretty much showed you an example of that with the DB basically tackling, going in on the defender on that slant. Really kind of brings those to life. You see a lot more of that where the DBs play the ball, play the receiver more aggressively than they did in 23. Great improvement in my opinion. Kind of want to see it expound on a little bit more, but you definitely notice it when you start playing that there's more options with the defense to actually take things on. Tackling control and variety, you'll feel more control with greater differentiation of tackle types based on the defender's size and strength matchup against the ball carrier. The new defender advantage formula chooses tackles more dynamically based on the player's rating, size, and speed and momentum, which results in the following: getting rid of the concept of conservative tackling. Conservative tackling is now wrap tackle, and outcomes are based on our tackle advantage algorithm. Small defenders will now take out the legs of bigger ball carriers. Big men wrap tackles that wrap and drive the ball carrier back. Example, think of Vita Vea grabbing running back, trying to run up the middle. All new scoop tackles are high impact form tackles that pick the ball carrier up off the ground, and they add an adjusted 1,700 plus tackle animations to hit everything. So yes, the tackles are a bit more dynamic. You will see scoop tackles. You will see, like in the video, how that person got his whole legs rided up from him. You will see the defenders pushing people back if they're bigger. So it does add in more variety. You're not going to see the same stagnant tackle. They are looking like they're trying to make it more physics-based, where they take it in account to all those other external factors. They definitely come into play. Yeah. Run blocking got a significant upgrade because of both field sense and foundational football upgrades in Madden NFL 24. The run game is more physical due to Hit Everything 2.0. Key reading below, we have made foundational football upgrades to make our blockers even more intelligent and devastating in the run game. We have implemented the Hit Everything technology in the block and enabling a new level of versatility for blockers with the ability to chip block, enter, and double teams on the fly. Blocking seamlessly navigate through defenders and blocking interactions, preventing blockers from getting stuck on ongoing interactions or having to retarget away from their intended targets when colliding with adjacent defender. We have also extended the stand-up tackle system from Madden NFL 23 to the offense now, which unlocks blockers' ability to join and gain tackles, push the power forward. This happens contextually by AI-controlled blockers when a proper position push the blocker for relative position of the pile up. That was a lot. But yes, blocking has improved dramatically. Like that video says, if you get the open field and you have a blocker in front of you, they're going to give you some good block coverage. People hold on to blocks longer too based on the ratings, which is definitely dope to see. The pushing forward a pile, that is something you will notice. I'm sure if you catch it in the video, at the end of some of those plays, defenders like pushing forward, like the description says, you will see that where they definitely try and help you get those extra yards. So much I would love to say on this section, so much I would love to say. Let me just put it to you like, this is not filler fluff. Like, the blocking has improved. Rewind the video, look at it. I guarantee you'll pick up on the nuggets. But yes, the blocking has improved tremendously. Skill-based passing 2.0, upgrading the passing system. Madden NFL 24 introduced an upgrade to our pass system, new jump and dive pass for players like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen to improvise when they need to get a clear passing lane. Let me just say this, because it comes up a lot. Obviously, we saw Patrick Mahomes do the crazy side jump thing. We saw Josh Allen in that video doing some stuff too. Please keep in mind, please keep in mind, they are not overused. They're not like, if you play against those two, they're just going to do ridiculous passes all game. That's not how it is. A lot of it is very situational based. They do not come up a lot. I swear to you, I've played a lot of games in that beta. I have not seen that Mahomes, Josh Allen thing like that. I won't go more into it because I don't know what I can say or can't say. But if for those who are worried that the game is not going to become just Mahomes doing the diving, throwing catch, or Matt Allen doing all this crazy stuff, it's not. Calm down, please. We added more no-look pass animations. On top of that, we've improved our pass animation system for better visuals and targeting. We've also done more work with our pass accuracy percentages to reflect real NFL accuracy rates. That's dope. That's cool. That's all stuff that's dope to see. Like, okay, more no-look stuff. Nice. We modified the placement of slightly inaccurate passes so that they aren't so far out of range and have a chance to be catchable with dive or tough catches. That's something I definitely appreciate, to where people have a chance to do it. Obviously with Madden, not everyone can trigger dive catches. So it's like, if you have a guy that can and you're able to get a pass in that window, then you're going to get some spectacular plays. So I like that, rather than making it just, they have no chance at all. It's like, if they can actually lay out and dive for it, they'll go ahead and make a play on it. So that's dope. While rare, the dive pass lead can lead to exciting moments for top tier stars like Patrick Mahomes. Players can attempt a dive pass when rolling out the sideline and throwing short passes with a defender closely trailing. We made this update based on beta feedback. Our team is able to tweak and tailor these throws to ensure they only happen in proper situations. Jump passes happen when standing in the pocket, throwing short with a defender in front of you. So once again, they're trying to calm the storm. Like, hey, these passes will only unlock in specific situations. You're seeing that dive pass and roll to the sidelines and throwing short passes. So you're not going to get a 40-yard bomb from Mahomes driving down the side. You're not going to get that. The jump passes, you're only going to get it if you're throwing in front of you and defenders in front of you. You're not going to get it, throwing down, 50 yards down the field. So once again, just for those that are saying that it's going to be cheap and all, it's all good. It's all good. Catching. Oh man, sorry. You tell my computer's upset at me right now. Catching improvements. Madden 24 introduces a revamped catch system with hundreds of new animations designed to significantly reduce the frequency of missed catches and improve on areas like maintaining speed and momentum when catching the ball. This year, players will be able to hit a receiver in stride and maintain speed, more easily catch and get open across the middle, get the appropriate catch in a curl, or check down to run it back in the flats to get upfield faster. Dive catches are back in full force, so you will see players lay out for the ball when they can't otherwise make the catch. Depth tip: the best way to see dive catches in action is with freeform passing, leading the receivers to just outside of the eclipse. all of that. All of that. You could definitely hit people in stride more. You could definitely, when you catch the ball, have more tools at your disposal to like stay in bounds, get up the field, get more yards. I've seen a lot of like sideline things too, where you think that they're going to be out of bounds normally, but they stay in and you're able to kind of make a play and get those extra yardage. Like I said, won't go more into it because of the restrictions on posting, but when I tell you this is a difference maker, it's a difference maker, and it's something you will see when you have the ball in your hand after a catch. So yeah. Oh, all right. Oh, we'll do the old fashioned oil. There you go. Sapient technology. Heading to Madden 24, our team applied Sapient skeleton to make sure that the movement of the players on the field looks and feels as real as possible. To achieve a new level of animation fidelity and smooth movement, we knew that our performance skeleton needed to be updated, so we built a new skeleton from the ground up, delivering authenticity and ensuring our animations are true to life. The Sapient skeleton ensures that all player models and NFL athlete data now performs fluidity once mapped. The scan data serves as the base for our unique in-game character models. In Madden NFL 24, we applied the scan data to the Sapient skeleton. The results were fantastic. Not only do our new animations look great, but those of our old animations were instantly upgraded. There's also animations that are more fluid for our players, especially in the run game. Character body works look more realistic, especially in motion. Keep your eye out on the ankle and wrist joints, which are especially improved. And then of course, they have different body combinations that have worked out. This is true. It's not something you're like, unless you're very like into the models and stuff, you're not gonna like look at. But I will say, yeah, realistically, yeah, the players do look good. Refs look good. So this is just, you know, helping improve that and keep it in house. And then of course it's official. We have refs back in Madden. We don't only have male refs, we also have female refs. You know, diversity is fully shown there. I have enjoyed having the refs back. You don't really like, you'll notice them and then you kind of forget about them. But then when you have like plays, like especially when you're in the end zone and you see them do the slow, like, or even like you saw in the trailer, like when they do this, like it's kind of cool to see. Once again, I can't give you my full thoughts about the refs. There are some stuff that I still wish would happen, but once again, that's just feedback for, you know, another day. All right, so now we talk about foundational football. The new AI system is built on counting defenders in the box and matching up with each available blocker based on the blocking scheme, which means the most dangerous defenders to the desired point of attack will be accounted for before players further away, making it more difficult to manipulate blocking behavior and exploit defensive setups. They're trying to really make it so that you can't do like the cheap, you know, blitzes where someone comes in free. Once again, got some thoughts on that, but not gonna be able to speak on it. But I do appreciate the attempt. I can definitely say that blocking has improved, which by this account, you know, that's what their goal was. We overhauled open field blocking by asking blockers in open field to do less. The new AI system filters targets to give open field blockers less players to account for, and ultimately has them commit to a single target sooner to play and stay focused on making their block. This allows the ball carrier to confidently participate where they're going and make decisions without any unwelcome surprises. Yes. This ties into what I was saying earlier. The blocking has improved immensely. You're out in the open field now, you have a real good chance, if you're good with the stick and with your decisions, to definitely make a highlight reel play. So, elite blockers will stand out more. Highly rated blockers will be much more likely to throw dominating blocks and matched up with small defenders. Dev tip: be cautious using sub defense formation with more DBs on the field to stop the run with these elite blockers in action. Love that, because everyone knows the whole thing of having your safeties over your linebackers. So they're doing things now to help out if you are run and you see that, to help you out. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's going to always work in your favor, but it is something where if you do get it, you'll notice the benefits immediately. And I'll leave it at that. Be cautious using sub defenses with more DBs on the field to stop the run with these elite blockers in action. All right, so now we talk about defensive back AI and coverage. Madden NFL 24 makes some big strides in pass coverage. We've added new DB movement types called read steps. These are slower back pedals that allow them to evaluate the route and attack the short pass game while also looking more authentic and athletic in the movement. Slants and short crops have a higher chance of breakups or interceptions. If you hear kids in the background, sorry, it's summer, they're bored. Apologize in advance. We've added crossover movement that allows the DBs to move at high speeds and still see the ball to make a play on it. Users also have the ability to control whether they strafe, cross over, or sprint based on player feedback. Our team worked to eliminate cases where psychic DBs would sometimes break on the ball they couldn't see. Now defenders need to see the ball to break on it. This is common in man coverage and much more improved. We call this see ball, play ball in the dev team. Yes, that is a much needed improvement. And yes, it does work. Now, you go against someone who's real adept and they're able to slip onto a defender that can make a play there, they'll still be able to make a play on the ball. But yes, typically now where you don't want to throw stuff because you know the computer might be able to psychic DB you will not really be seeing that. Usually, as long as the defender isn't looking at you when you make that throw, you don't have to account for them. it's a big adjustment to get used to, but it's very free in knowing that it's in there. Last, we have tuned zone defenders to break time so that defenders can shut down passes made into their zone by intercepting, swatting, and more contextually appropriate animations, or be positioned to land a big catch tackle to knock the ball out. Yeah. One thing about this is I didn't know you could do a crossover, so I have to see that. I have to try that out because I did not know that was a thing. I wonder what that does because I usually just strafe. But all of this is true. You definitely see an improvement on defensive decisions. You know, is it gonna be enough to keep up with what exploits or things that people want to do? The jury's still out there, but you definitely have a way of playing some good defense if you're able to, and definitely makes the matches a little bit more tense, more sweaty if you go against someone that knows what they're doing. So yeah, defensive AI read and react. Our run defense AI will now have the ability to read repeated plays ran by the offense and react in a more realistic manner. Defense will start keying on repetitive offensive run plays. If a team is running the same play out of the same formation, that is a tell to the defense. Once the defense keys in on this, defenders will play their run fits and start hitting their gas. As soon as the ball is snapped, this will not apply in the play action run. I don't know if this is like a thing in the games I've played. I'm interested to see how that's implemented. I haven't seen I don't think I've seen too many instances where I see it be a big thing, but you know, jury's still out. How quickly defenders begin to adjust will be dictated by the skill level the user is playing on rookie difficulty, and may take the defense more time to catch on and predict what play is compared to our automatic difficulty where the defense may only need one play before they make effective adjustments. So that means, in my opinion, all pro is probably at 2 plays. I don't know. Your players and ratings are still a huge factor here. An example of this would be that a defensive line with lower block shed and strength ratings will still be outmatched by an offensive line with higher blocker ratings, resulting in still having a better chance of protecting the ball carrying the run game. So they're trying to say for the people who were crafty enough to put in D linemen who have really high strength but aren't good at block shedding, but we're still able to kind of use that to stop the run. Madden is saying now with the blocking system that that's not going to be an effective tactic. The difference here is that the defense will not make the same mistakes as the offense runs what they have seen consistently. All this will result in a more authentic experience that defense responds just like how real life counterparts would. This is a very key thing here because a lot of people believe that when you call defense, it's on the player. Like the player has to adjust to the routes. If I'm doing the same thing, the computer should not help you out. You have to adjust to it. This is saying that, you know, the computer will adjust to it. To what level, I don't know. Like I said, this is a tough thing to gauge, but I am for the computer, if they notice trends and patterns, reacting things and going rogue if it makes sense. But I want it to be to where it makes sense. If they always throw short and the computer just jumps a short route, ignoring the read, okay, I see the basis of it. So I get it, but you just don't want it to be where like you don't know or trust your AI to do what it should be doing. And as far as I can tell, that's not the case, but it's just a dangerous threshold to walk on. And, you know, I'm sure they're doing everything in their power to make this a fair and make sure it makes sense. But as I was saying, that's just what I think of as a future thing. But I can tell you as of right now, this is not a concern. So take that for what you will. Quarterback AI quarterback logic has been completely overhauled to make the opposing QBs play like the real life counterparts, as well as make it a real challenge to compete against. All quarterbacks now use skill-based passing, but the new decision-making trade realistically determines how each quarterback leverage it. Historically, QBs only have 3 pass lead points to choose from. Now there are 12 possible points the QB will evaluate to make a big play. Example, lead a steam vertical inside of cover-free drop with the outside streak up the sideline between the flat and safety against cover 2. The conservative trait means that we'll throw to partially covered receivers if it's a star wide receiver, they're down multiple possessions, or a star or receiver who isn't far downfield. They also may throw short to 6 or check down at third long situations. Example, Kirk Cousins. I love how Kirk Cousins is always the example. Ideal trait, this archetype knows exactly where they want to try and fit a tight window. Tell logic for the wide receivers in the end zone, they back up their own side of the field, or they are up multiple possessions. Patrick Mahomes, an aggressive trade, these gunslingers are going to push the ball in the way they've been seen before, just like real life. This also means they might try to force a pass that they shouldn't. Josh Allen, that's a perfect one for Josh Allen. Plus, all QBs now use a new Pathfinder technology covering the ball carrier AI section below for evading pressure in an open field. This means mobile QBs like Justin Fields are more true to life than ever before. adaptive AI additions, alert logic. This in console where the computer has a run play call, but the defense has the box loaded. The AI might audible to a pass and appropriate game scenarios. It may also change the pass to a pass play against the weak blocks. For players who like to repeatedly call the same play type, you'll see the AI audible against zone or hot run versus man coverage. Odds are driven by awareness, rating, game delivery, and quarter length. Quick game overhaul, new logic for QBs to speed up their progressions, and low throw if it's a tight winner or play such as quicks or RPO. Back shoulder throws when a shot player goal line fade is dialed up. QBs will be using a new throw location to get the ball to their playmakers. There's a lot of it deals with like, AI franchise stuff. So this all sounds like great things. Hopefully it does implement that well. I don't really play franchise or go against computer AI. So yeah. All right, fumble recoveries and onside kicks. Fumble recoveries have been approved with hundreds of new fumble recovery animations, more realistic reaction times based on the additional city versus country fumble AI. City fumbles are crowd pileups where people will dive on the ball to gain possession versus country fumbles are where players can whip the scoop and score. Players can also recover the ball from the ground, so you'll now see cases where the players can dive and miss or get tackled and then get the ball up from the ground. Country fumbles are fumbles that have the live ball in unpopular areas so that the recovering player can scoop it and run with it. We've also improved our tip ball physics and reaction times. We also added new special team formations and overhaul onside kicks to get more realistic ball physics and recoveries. I don't really see a lot of fumble stuff. The fumbles that I have seen, they play out fair. They do look cool. The ball physics and reaction times, I feel like yeah. The overhaul to onside kicks, that one is kind of cool what they did. I can't talk on it a lot, but if you've seen the video, you can now do like a high kick on the onside and a low kick. So they also have some other stuff in there that once again I can't spoil, but they definitely put work in that area. Does it translate and is it useful? I don't know, but the idea of it being there is kind of cool. So, unfortunately I don't get to practice a lot of onside situations. Ball carrier AI. We have implemented Frostbite navigational grid capabilities for better assessment of the playing field and threats, resulting in a more appropriate ball carrier movement through the chaos of the play and a better ability to run to green grass, make smart cutbacks at the line of scrimmage and avoid the sideline. Logical improvements of decision making with special moves are appropriate for the specific ball carrier, making AI ball carrier display to their strengths more effectively. To top off the AI ball carrier movements, they can now take advantage of the 360 cut features to methodically plant a foot and hit the run gap. That's kind of weird that they couldn't do that before, but this is saying that if you go against ball carriers and computer, they're gonna, dice you up like a human would. So hopefully that plays out. Like I said, I don't really go against the computer a lot, but this sounds like for people who play franchise, have to go against that offline computer, this is ideal setup. So super excited for y'all to get that. Playbooks for Madden NFL 24, we added 70 plus new offensive formations that contain 500 plus new plays across all 32 NFL team playbooks to bring more variety and identity. You'll find formations of plays that are not only offensive to each NFL team's offensive scheme, but also a unique component of every NFL's team offensive playbook, specifically tailored to take advantage of the gameplay improvements we have started today. Yeah, there's a lot of plays, a lot of stuff they added, a lot of interesting things. Yeah. Now there's some things to that though they have to work on, but yeah, I can say you'll definitely notice some new plays in there. And I think they're useful. I think they're useful. Post-play emotions, NFL players are coming to life between the whistles and Madden NFL 24, but overhauling our post-play engine and adding thousands of new animations, you'll notice every player on the field reacting to the play in true-to-life manner. Did your cornerback have a crucial catch on fourth down? Expect the city opposing field let them know he got that first down, while your cornerback total station is believed during the post-play, where they're tossing the ball back to the referee after a short gain or talking trash to the opponent way back to the huddle, or teammates organically joining in on the touchdown celebration. You'll feel that energy and emotion every moment. I will say the post-play scenes have improved dramatically. Much like this says, you definitely see things that are like, oh, okay, they feeling spicier, they feeling happy. So yeah, and that's essentially it. Like I said, handcuffed because I can't post my thoughts on, or can't post anything or say anything about the beta, but this is a really good direction towards what they've done. And I think it really helps get this stuff out there so that you can give this to the masses. I really wish that when they had the reveal trailer, they also dropped this. I mean, I guess I get why, because you want to spread your content out, but at the same time, this would have helped out and it really would have quelled the masses who were saying, oh, this looks the same now. They can read and see like, oh, it's not. Anyways, yeah. anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this look at the gameplay deep dive. There's a lot that went into this Madden. Once again, would love to be able to answer questions, but unfortunately I can't post to talk about the beta, but I will let you know from this article, a lot of it rings true. If you like these updates, you'll definitely be excited to see them, experience them in person when you get Madden in your hands in August. That being said, thankfully for you guys for checking out your boy. Make sure to like and subscribe, and of course keep that bell on so that whenever we drop something new, you can go ahead and get alerted. We are going to be continuing to Madden NFL 24 news as soon or as quickly as it comes out with stuff that I think is relevant to you guys. Really appreciate everyone tuning in, checking the boy out. Until next time, peace.